Come Yasharala, right? We come into you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash, which is the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus. And indeed, is an ignorant world with much hatred and evil going around, right? Real hatred and real evil. But the gospel, which is the good news, right? Which the elders and apostles double honors to them at Great Millstone teach, and all the brothers and the Akim in the same stead. We, through the good gospel that we deliver unto you, we here to tell you that the hatred, it could be defeated, and it already has been defeated. The hatred and the grudge and the envies and the strifes and the enmities, it all could be defeated, and it has been defeated through Yahushai. And there's something going on from the beginning. You just had to get the knowledge, prepare yourself, and practice it. Do your best. It's all about doing your best. At any given moment, it's about doing your very best. So we're going into it. First precept will be taken from Genesis chapter 4. Alright? Genesis chapter 4. I'll start from verse 3. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel, he also brought of the first fruit of his flock, and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel's offering and his offering. And this is where the real commotion start off during the history of time, in secular history. Right? Not no millions of years that these so-called mad scientists does want to tell people, because the earth not around so long. The earth is only around approximately 12,000 plus years. Right? It go on to say here that in the process of time it came to pass when Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord, Abel also brought of the flock and of the fat thereof, and the Lord had respect unto Abel, and the Lord didn't have respect unto Cain. Right? And it go on to say in verse 5 here, but unto Cain and his offering he had not respect, and Cain was very wrath, and his countenance fell. And Cain made himself subjected unto the devil there. Go on to say in verse 6. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wrath, and why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, thou shalt be accepted. And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and there shall rule over, and thou shalt rule over him. And this going into many precepts. But the first one I will bring is Hebrews chapter 10. Right? Select Hebrews chapter 11. Here what it says here. Right? Verse 4. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 4. By faith Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous. God testified of his gifts, and by it he, being dead, yet speaketh. And what the precept showing you here is that Abel did the best from in his spirit, which people in this modern day time here like to call your heart or your soul. In Abel's heart, there was found no guile. Right? Abel was one of those men who would be known as the elect. Cain was not a elect. Abel was of the elected seed. And in the process of time, right? In the process of time, it was revealed that, Abel, the scripture said that Abel being dead yet spoke. So what this could teach you is that it's all about doing your best at the end of the day. You put your best foot forward. So let me go to John chapter 8 and 44. Because you see, the hatred could be defeated. You just have to don't submit yourself unto the devil. Right? John chapter 8 and verse 44. And here it says here, ye are of your father the devil, the lusts of your father will you do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abound not in the truth. Right? Because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. And that lie come about when the Most High come unto Cain and ask him, where is thy brother Abel? And he says, I know not, am I my brother's keeper? He was lying because he know that he slew his brother. He rise up and slay his own brother. So the Most High now prescribe certain people after the attributes of Cain. So if you're doing the will of somebody, you submit yourself unto them, which makes them your father. Right? Because you're coming after the stead of them. So to conquer all of this hatred, it have methods you have to go to. You have to strive for the truth until death. You know? You have to be merciful. Don't forget mercy in your everyday life. People have no mercy. That is why there's so much hatred in them. Right? As a matter of fact, let me go to the book of Matthew. Matthew chapter 5. There is script. I started from Matthew chapter 5. I'll start from verse 1. And seeing the multitude, he went up into the mountain. And when he was sat, his disciples came unto him. And he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, this is Yahushua himself was given these teachings. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Most people have pride. Because that poor not going into being financially poor. That poor going into being lowly, being humble. So the scripture says, blessed is the poor in the spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Most people don't want to be poor in the spirit. Everybody want to be rich and proud and take pride in something. The only thing that you should be confident in is that you know the will of the Heavenly Father. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Nobody don't like to be in sorrow. But what the scripture say? Sorrow is better than laughter. By the sadness of the contents of the heart, it is made better. Let me do this. Let me get the precept. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 by. Hold on to me, I'll get it for you. Alright, just be a little patient with me. Alright, I get it here. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 2 and 3. Here it says here, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For it is the end of all men, and the living will lay to heart. The scripture now tell you, blessed is they that mourn in Matthew, for they shall be comforted. Here we go on to say here in verse 3, Ecclesiastes 7 and 3. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance of the heart it is made better. People see what the scripture is telling you. This glad, happy, all joyfulness that they want to have in these kind of sorrowful times. Now is the time to get down in sackcloth and ashes and pray to the Heavenly Father that He have mercy upon all your asses. It go on to say here, verse 4, blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. So don't mourn, don't be in a mourning and a contrite state. No comfort will not come to you. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. They take meekness to come and stand upon the side of the road and listen. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. And many people just want to cast judgment and bring down the acts on people, and they don't want to show no mercy. Mercy is a thing they do not know how to show. And the scripture say, blessed is the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. But verse 6 say, blessed are they which hunger and thirst after righteousness. Right? For they shall be filled. People not hungering and thirsting after righteousness. A guy who was engaging in some conversation with me telling me, boy, he was supposed to come back and have a conversation, and he telling me, well, boy, sorry about that job, and he was just busy. But at the end of the day, that ain't really matter. You understand? Yeah, man. At the end of the day, that ain't really matter, because at the end of the day, right? If you're hungry and thirsting after righteousness, that is what you will seek after. Right? Because that is where your treasure will be. It go on to say here, blessed are the pure in heart. And how are you going to be pure in heart? You have to meditate according to Psalms 1. You have to meditate on the word of the Lord day and night. And then you're going to be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. So if you're not meditating upon the Lord's word day and night, you're not pure in heart. Because it's only the Lord's words which will reveal his statutes, judgments unto you, what going to make you pure. Nothing else don't make you pure. You giving 10,000 people a groceries at the end of the month does not make you pure in heart. Right? It go on to say here, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. All this corruption and hatred and wickedness going on in the earth. We the only one who's seeking peace. We, the man who pushing the 100% doctrine, is the only one who have the remedy to bring that peace. So we are the peacemakers. It go on to say, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And that is something that does happen to us on a daily basis. But you know what? The scripture say, blessed are you. So all this was just a little short lesson going into the Lord conquered evil. The Lord conquered this wicked world. So all you have to do is believe on his name. Practice the proper thing. You ain't gonna be perfect, but practice it. And you'll reach a point of being acceptable. Because David said in Psalm chapter 19, may the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. That all you want to do at the end of the day is be acceptable in the eyesight of the Heavenly Father. Let me just bring out our precept and we'll close off with that one. Psalms chapter 19, verse 14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. And that is it. That's all we're looking for, to be accepted, because it have many people who are going to be rejected in the day of the Lord. That's not something we want to come upon us. That is why we're outside here making our poll and our election sure, presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice, Romans chapter 12. Your body, not going into a church, that is not the temple, or your body is the temple that you have to present. Shalom, Mawat Lavabal, Kwam Yasharala. Is the brother Tazo out of Trinidad, James Camp saying Shalom.